Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's encode the logic. I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, we are going to discuss about selection or branching statements. First, before moving further, we need to know about control statements. What are control statements? Control statements decide the sequence in which the instructions in a program are to be executed. They decide the sequence. Control statement can either comprise of one or more instructions. The three fundamental methods of control flow in a program language are sequential statements, selection statements, and iterative control statements. Till now, we have learned that code in a Python program is executed sequentially from the first line of the program to its last line, which means the second statement is executed after the first statement, and also the third statement is executed after the second statement, so on and so forth. This method is known as sequential control flow, means line by line. After the execution of the first statement, the second statement will be executed and then the third statement. And that method is known as sequential control flow. However, in some cases, we want to either execute only a selected set of statements or execute a set of statements repeatedly. So we might have some cases or some conditions that we want to execute some certain limited statements, some certain set of statements, or we want to jump from one statement to another statement. In that case, we need to use decision control statements. The decision control statements can alter the flow of a sequence of the instructions. So this will alter the flow of a sequence of the instructions. This will change the flow. Such type of conditional processing provided by the decision control statements extends the usefulness of the programs. The decision control statements usually jumps from one part of the code to the another depending on whether a particular condition is satisfied or not. So depending on the particular condition, the decision control statements can jump from one part of the program to the another. That is, they allow you to execute statements selectively based on certain decisions, nothing but the conditions. Decisions means some conditions. Such type of decision control statements are known as selection control statements or conditional branching statements. Python language supports different types of conditional branching statements, which are as follows: if statements and if-else statements. See, if you execute a code line by line, then that was a sequential control flow. Whereas the selection statements mainly work on the conditions or decisions. So based on the conditions, they will jump from one part of the code to the other part of the code. And then due to that conditions, they will skip certain lines of code. And in Python, we have if statement and if-else statement for the selection control statements or conditional branching statements. Let's first see about if statement. The if statement is the simplest form of the decision control statement that is frequently used in decision making. This if statement is mainly used for decision making. It's the simplest form. And if statement is a selection control statement based on the value of a given Boolean expression. Let us say I have an if statement which has a condition, some condition. If I check this condition, it should be either true or false. So that's why it is a Boolean expression. This condition will be a true or false statement. If that condition is true, then the statements within that if block will be executed. Let us say I have S1 statement. This will be executed. If my condition is false, then the statements which are after the if block will be executed. Let us say I have S2, S3 and some till Sn, till Sn. All these statements will be executed. And this S1 statement will be skipped. The if statement may include one statement or n statements enclosed within the if block. There is no such restriction that the if block contains only one statement. We can have n number of statements also. Now, this flowchart depicts the workflow of the if block. First, the test expression is evaluated. If the test expression is true, if it was a true, it's a Boolean value, the statements of the if block are executed. Statement 1. Otherwise, these statements will be skipped and the execution will be jumped to the statement X. Some statement 2. Let us say this statement 2. Let us say if this condition is false, then S1 will be skipped and S2, S3, Sn will be executed. And if that condition is true, S1 will execute it, and after that S2, S3, S4 will be executed. And next, the statement in an if construct is any valid statement and the test expression is any valid expression that may include logical operators. Let us say I have a condition like if for 5 is greater than 4. If you observe, yes, 5 is greater than 4. That was true, right? Along with 5 greater than 4, I also want to check 7 is greater than 3 or not. Both these conditions should be satisfied. So for that, I will use an AND, a logical AND. Or else any one of the conditions should be satisfied. Then I will use OR, a logical OR. So in this way, we can use the logical operators within the if block also. And next, a header in Python is a specific keyword followed by a colon. Let us say here we have if and condition and a semicolon. In Python, this is the syntax that we follow for the if block. This part is called header. If condition and the colon is called the header part. The if statement has a header if test expression having keyword if. The group of statements following a header is called suit. The group of statements after the header means these two statements is called as suit. This is called a header and this is called a suit. And after the header, all the statements indented at the same level. We observe after the header, all the statements are at the same level. Same level in the sense they are following the indentation. So this space is called indentation. They are at the same level. And while 4 spaces is commonly used for each level of indentation, any number of spaces may be used. Generally, 4 spaces is commonly used, but we can use any number of spaces. And important point was header and its suit are together known as clause. This complete whole thing is called as a clause. And if you see, this is a condition, any expression that evaluates to true or false. And this is a true branch. If that condition is true, that's why it is a true branch. This is executed if the condition is true. And this is the indentation. The body must be indented. And these are the rest of the statements. Following statement after the if block. See, x equal to 10. And we are checking a condition. If x is greater than 0, means 10 is greater than 0. Yes, 10 is greater than 0. Then this statement will be executed. X equal to x plus 1 means x equal to 10 plus 1. Nothing but 11. Right? Later, we will go to this statement. It will print x equal to 11. Okay, let us execute this in the ideally. Let's say x equal to 0. And if x is greater than 0, I kept a colon. This is called header. And even I can also use the parenthesis. We can keep the condition within the parenthesis also. When I click on enter after the colon, then Python automatically gives me an indentation. So now if you see the cursor is at this position. This part is called indentation. Now from here, we can write the statements. I will write print x comma is greater than 0. Okay. Yeah, let's x equal to 10. Okay. Now, we will do x equal to x plus 1 now and print x. Okay, now let's run this program. So, if you observe, yes, 10 is greater than 0 and then these statements are executed. Let us say I did x equal to some minus 1 or minus 2 or minus 3. Then I will run this program again. Let's see what will happen. It has printed me minus 2 only. Is minus 2 greater than 0? No. No. Then these statements are skipped and the control will be shifted to this point, this line. And print of x, print minus 2. And minus 2 is printed. In this way, the if block works. And next example. So this example is to check whether a person is eligible to vote or not. Okay, let's think practically. So what is the basic condition that the person needs to match to give his vote? Of course, he should be a major. right? In the sense, he should cross 18 years. First, we take the input from the user. Age is equal to int of input of enter the age. This is the input stream. So enter the age is the instruction. Then the user will give his or her age. The user given age will be checked. If that age is greater than or equal to 18, then he will be eligible to vote. Say age equal to enter your age. If age is greater than or equal to 18, print eligible to vote. Print by. So, okay, let's run this program. It asked me to enter my age. I will enter some 45. It has given me, okay, eligible to vote, and then you can buy. And I will again run this program. This time I will give 17. Has given me buy. This statement is skipped. And next one is if-else statements. This is also another selection control statement. We have studied that using if statement plays a vital role in conditional branching. At first, the test expression is evaluated, and if that result is true, then that statement followed by the expression is evaluated. If that expression is false, the statement is skipped by the compiler, right? But what if you want a separate set of statements to be executed when the expression returns a zero value, nothing but a false statement? Zero value in the sense that was false. In such cases, we can use if-else statements rather than using simple if statement. Let us say, if the condition is true, then these statements will be executed. So this is the true branch. Or else, if that condition is false, these statements will be executed. And this is the false branch. And after that, the following statements will be executed. According to the if-else construct, first the test expression is evaluated. If the expression is true, the statement block 1 is executed and the statement block 2 is skipped. This is the block 1 and this is the block 2. So if that expression is true, the statement block 1 is executed and the statement block 2 is skipped. So this B2 block will be skipped. Otherwise, if the expression is false, the statement block 2 is executed and this statement's block 1 is ignored. They are skipped. Now, in any case, after the statement block 1 or 2 gets executed, that control will pass to the statement X. The statement X is executed in every case. So this is the statement X. In any case, whether the condition will be true or false, whatever it may be, this statement, the following statement will be executed for sure. So there is the program. Here we have A equal to 10, B equal to 20. If A is greater than B, then the largest number is A, right? Or else the largest number will be B. So this program is mainly used to print the largest of two numbers. So we can do modify in this code also. See, if A is greater than 18, then it will print eligible to vote. Let us say I want to show a message to the user if he is not eligible to vote also. For that, I will use an else block. I will write print not eligible to vote. Print some by. Okay. Let's run this. Say I have some 20, age 20. Then of course I am eligible to vote. So that's why this if block is executed and the else block is skipped. And the rest of the statement was executed. That was print by. Let us say I will execute this program again. So this time I will give the age 15. Not eligible to vote and by. So now the if block is skipped. Else block is executed and the rest of the statements are executed. In this way, the if else block will works. So this is about if and if else statements. We need to further discuss about if else statement and also nested if statements. Those will be discussed in the further video, in the next video. Till then, stay tuned for my next video, and I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Hey folks, if you enjoyed this coding tutorial and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow coding buddies, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support means a lot and it helps our community grow. Happy coding!